Big vibes, stay blessed. So it's your boy Black Finesse. We here to watch another video here. Mitsi Studio. So this is how to survive prison. Mitsi Studio. I don't really think there's a way to survive prison, in my opinion. Prison is prison. You're stuck in between bars, being told what to do, and possibly being beaten up by the other inmates. So let's see what they say.
You did something very wrong, and now you're trying to remember what it was. The only thing you know for sure is you were drunk as hell the night before, and you can't remember jack shit of what you did.
Yikes.
Did you crawl behind the wheel and run over an old white lady? Maybe you got caught in the wrong drunk deal. Or how about you just hog-torted a whole bunch of crypto coins from your gullible
Why
followers?
is this shit and throw up
Who
over
knows
his
what
face?
happened? Luckily, there is a judge in front of you who can help you remember what you did. And before you have the time to blink, you're sentenced to 10 years in prison. You give your incompetent court-appointed lawyer the finger, and that gesture symbolizes a goodbye waving to your old life that's now replaced by a brand new one behind bars.
Yep.
While going on the bad boy bus ride, you use this moment to reflect on your time in prison. How do I keep a low profile? Who do I associate with? Safely taking a shower and avoiding an introduction to a reverse Romanian rectoscope. Yes, nothing very pleasant for all of them fresh fish, that's for sure.
What the hell?
While walking towards the gates of the prison, you look up and take in your last view of the world outside. After entering, you are immediately stripped of all your clothes. Guards with latex gloves give you a thorough check from top to bottom, and after that you get your orange prison jumpsuit, a mattress, and you are sent to your cell to meet your cellmate.
Damn.
Or at least that's what you think is going to happen. Let me welcome you to an all-American, state-of-the-art dormitory pod, which means you will spend all of your 3,652 days and nights with 100 other guys in one freaking room. Now that's what you might call
sick.
a challenging wank. I guess prison is all about surprises. After
That's
spending
sick.
the first night with little to no sleep, you'd better forget about the next 10 years. Let's just focus on getting through the next 24 hours. Your bed, clean the unit, and get
Bro,
ready.
it's just the thought of going to prison that's throwing me, dog. Like, you gotta be dumb to want to literally ruin your life because you think you free. You could think you do whatever you want, steal from people, hurt people, or even off people, meaning put them to sleep forever, and think you could get away with it. And then think that prison ain't all that bad. No, prison's horrible. Like, you're gonna go crazy. The fact that you're stuck in a room full of dudes. Same with girls too. They're stuck in a room full of girls. Like, ain't nothing there. Like, it's like no TV. Well, some have TV. Like, you gotta have like privileges or something like that. But if you do something bad enough, you get no bail, no bond, no parole, nothing. Like, you just stuck. Like, I'm sorry. That could not be me.
Breakfast in the chow hall. By this time, you are
Eating
probably
bullshit,
not expecting
too.
a culinary petit déjeuner.
Sleeping horribly.
In the US, people go out and eat shitty food voluntarily, so why would this be any better? Nevertheless, getting your nutrition is of the utmost importance. You need to stay physically strong and ready for anything in this harsh environment. You can't just call up family or a friend to bring in chopped pieces of meat. In prison, chopped pieces of meat are usually what's left after a riot, and those go into a body bag and are taken the other way. Make sure no one spits or sneezes in your food while also keeping busy by making friends at the table. Since everyone has had their own unique court case drama, there's plenty to talk about. In front of you sits a fraudulent electrician charged with battery. Next to him, you find a Satanist caught with possession. To your right, you have a spice trader serving time for assault, and to your far left sits a transgender person who is in for identity theft. These dad joke kind of people are not exactly the folks you normally associate with, but it's better than going out into the yard and starting small talk with a bunch of Mexican cartel chaps, or a group of black gang members calling each other the N-word all the time. Who call each other the N-word? Who call each other the N-word?
Yeah.
They call each other the N-word. And it's definitely better than saluting the Aryan Brotherhood fellow down at death row. After walking up and down the yard for a bit, it's time to get ready for your first job as an inmate. Whether it's work you like doing...
Okay, I thought this is what I thought it was. And you know you're playing Mitsi. You know you're playing because you knew exactly what that meant. Like, I get the dark humor.
Or scrubbing toilets with your toothbrush, you'd better do a good job, because good credits can result in an early release. Except when you are in jail for life or just hanging out on death row. In that case, you are shit out of luck. You don't want to be that Aryan Brotherhood guy from before who ends up in a gas chamber. Unless you are a big fan of irony, I guess. Good work can earn you some respect, and with a little creativity, even some popularity in prison.
You know the song. Bruh, what are we doing? This is so nonsense. This is like so cheesy.
It can also get you some money, but don't expect any big checks. Nobody gets
Pennies.
rich in prison. This time it's the state that is pulling a rip deal on your ass. Imagine having to work for 10 years straight for 20 cents per hour. You'd think that is something bad. Well, consider yourself lucky this isn't Texas. They pay fuck all to their prisoners. It's the closest to those Texan wild boys can get in keeping a bit of slavery in place.
Right.
And yes, it still involves black people. Duh. After a hard day of honest work, it's time to go for a nice warm shower. Now, I probably don't have to explain one wants to keep an extra set of eyes in the back of their head going into that shower room. To paint a clear picture of how bad prison can be, outside of prison, Don Draper is a fictional character. Inside prison, Don D. Raper is likely a real character. One that would ask you to give him head and shoulders if you're unlucky. Anyway, shower fast and get that unmolested ass out of that shower room as quick as you can. During dinner, the mood in the chow hall begins to change. A sense of unrest builds up among the inmates as more and more guards enter the facility. Whether you like it or not, you are about to be baptized into your first riot experience. Just remember, survival can be a game of chess, but with improvised knives instead of chess pieces. I don't know why I made that comparison. Anyway, when shit and blood hits the fan, you are basically subdued to the laws of the jungle. Or as Alicia Keys put it, concrete jungle where bad dreams are made of. Luckily, you used your sleepless hours to craft yourself a beautiful DIY shank device. And that wok you stole from the kitchen, turns out it makes for perfectly fitted body armor. Because nothing says tactical genius like deflecting shanks with last night's stir-fry. Amidst the chaos, you run around trying to find a safe space. It's important you don't run into any serial killers, or basically anyone with a lifelong subscription to the prison. Those guys have nothing to lose. Oh, and don't forget about the crazy people. For years, many mental health facilities have been struggling with capacity, and some of their mentally unstable residents ended up as normal prisoners. That's normal in quotation marks, FYI.
What the fuck?
By now, the guards have stormed in and they are taking control of the situation.
Dog, what?
Good job you didn't headbutt one of the tear gas grenades flying around, and when the smoke clears, everyone is guided back to their cells. Luckily, there is no time reserved for you in the shoe. No additional charges, and a happy parole board kissing your ass. Congratulations, you survived the first 24 hours. But there is still a lot of time left.
Ew.
Times when you could get shanked, strangled, beat up by inmates or by guards, and the occasional threat of getting
being beat up by inmates and guards. It's like you can't
deter inmates from doing that.
Wow. Like that's crazy. Like you're at war with the guard and inmates. So it's like, Why would you want to do bad stuff so you can be in there? Like, that's my question. Why do you want to do shit just to get caught, just to be in the middle of that? Like, at this point, you're in a jungle, a metal jungle. Like, why would you want to do stupid shit like that? Like, hey, man. You in the war with yourself. Sometimes the guards get paid and they don't do shit about your life. They don't care about your life. At this point, you're just a number. So it's like, don't put yourself in a position where you're gonna go to prison, dog. It's just
The last one.
It's not fun.
I mean, you don't want your perfect star to turn into a full moon. Maybe swallow a fork before taking a shower, or show people your faked Guinness Book of STDs award. Whatever it's going to be, a place like this will force you to find creative ways on how to survive prison.
I would hate to work at a prison too. Like, why would I want to be in the middle of trying to control inmates? Like, nah, I couldn't do that. But yeah, prison's not somewhere you want to go. Like, I mean, people claim, oh, it's not as bad as we think it is. No. It's often a game, so you're there for years. Years is 360. A year by itself is 365 days. 10 years, multiply that. That's 3,000 days, bro. 3,655 days. Come on, like, make it make sense. Why would you want to be there? Why would you sacrifice your freedom doing bad shit in the world and thinking you can get away with it? You can go out the country if you want to, but almost every country has a law. Like, you know, there's a ruler somewhere. You know, you're gonna get in trouble. And to be honest, I've heard that other countries have worse treatments to prisoners. Like, they'll actually offer you. But even still, that's just my opinion. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe down below. It's your boy Black Finesse. We are out.